everybody, this is Comical Disaster, and welcome back to a more in-depth, way more, whatever, it's a prediction, it's my prediction, I did a lot more research, I checked shit, and here you go, this is what I got, alright, because way too many, and yeah, I'm going to say it, way too many butthurt Alabama fans were pissed off from my prediction, so, bite me. But here's my new prediction for, and this is going to cover both teams, why each could win. So that way I don't have any butthurt Clemson fans, or I don't have any butthurt Alabama fans, or at least it's just a lack of butthurt anybody, whatever. But I want to do a quick shout out to Johnny Talks Sports. Saw his video on his prediction. I really liked it. He goes into a lot of depth. So I'll try and put a link in the description to his channel, but check him out. He's small his channel's small, that is. I'm gonna provide a link. Go ahead and check him out, and he's got a good. Yeah, he's good. I like him. So shout out to Johnny Talks Sports. Thank you for checking out my channel and subscribing to mine. So I did the same to you. Hope to see your channel grow, and here we go. First up is Alabama, because why the hell not? So obviously Alabama's 13-1. They averaged 34.1 points per game, 14.4 points against per game. That's pretty good. About a good 20-point difference. 422 yards per total yards per game, 214 pass, 208 rush. Only 258 yards allowed. That's pretty good. 184 rushing yards. Wow, okay, I screwed up. That's actually supposed to be 184 passing yards per game and only 74 rushing yards per game. I don't know why I screwed that up. Screw it, it's Alabama. Whine in the comments, I don't care. But yeah, 74 rushing yards per game. That's pretty damn good. And over here, we got Coker, 222 completed passes for 2,489 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Not the greatest ratio, but you're 13-1 in the national championship, so you can't exactly complain too much. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns, which helped a little bit, but again, he's not really a dual threat. So he's pretty one-dimensional overall. Henry, one of my favorite players in college football right now, even though I'm definitely not an Alabama fan. Or an SEC fan, really. But Henry got over 2,000 yards. He's in that 2,000 yards club. Congratulations, Henry. You've earned it. Very physical player. Holy crap. 25 touchdowns. That's old school right there. So good job of him. He's a huge threat and a huge factor. And then there's Ridley. 83 receptions, over 1,000 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns. That's pretty good. However, we're going to do a quick peek on Alabama's one loss to Ole Miss. 5 turnovers is what really killed them in that game. And they gave up 341 passing yards. That's almost double what they normally give up on average. So that's ouch. So that's a bit of a factor I played into everything else. They just get in, get it done, just hammer it out, and that's what they do. That's old. They're pretty old school in a sense, so personally that's a plus for me. On to Clemson, 14-0. They're trying to be the first 15-0 team in not college football history, but in well over 100 years. So that's definitely something. Even though I don't think they care about being 15-0, they just want the damn championship. The last one being well over 20 years ago, 1981. I think someone pointed out to me. But they average 38.5 points per game. But they allow a little more in basically 20 points allowed. 510, they definitely out-yard Alabama on that. 288 passing yards per game. Again, more. 222 rushing yards. Not quite as good, but it's still a heck of a threat. especially considering who's in the freaking backfield. Defense, not that good. Still good, but not that great. 295 yards allowed, 166 pass, 128 yards. Again, that's going to play in as a huge factor. But it's 166 passing yards. That really helps. Then you got Watson, one of three players I think got snubbed in the Heisman Trophy. Really. But I don't know. It was a tough call this season. Who cares? Anyway, 303 completed passes for 3,699 yards for 31 freaking touchdowns. Holy crap. Then you got 12 interceptions. Yeah, that still kind of sucks. But also, this is huge. As a quarterback, 187 carries for over 1,000 yards, just over. And another 12 touchdowns to that. So he's got 43 touchdowns to his freaking name alone. Holy shit. I cuss. Bite me. Then there's Gallup. He gets overshadowed almost completely, unless outside of being a Clemson fan. 269 carries for 1,432 yards and another 12 touchdowns. He averages over 100 yards per game, but he gets overshadowed, so he's still a freaking threat. So, yeah, for all you think, all you Alabama fans who think it's just all Watson, no. Their running back Gallup. He gets the job done. Now, then there's Scott, their leading receiver in overall yards, but Watson does spread the ball around pretty good. So there are like 4 other receivers with 5 touchdowns or more on their receiving core that I saw. There might be more. I might have missed one, but yay. So they're 14-0. There's not a whole lot of glaring weaknesses, but again, they have a huge dual threat QB in Watson, but they haven't played as tough of a schedule. Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Alabama will probably be the toughest opponents they have faced all season overall, because there's a lot more on the line. North Carolina, there was a conference title on the line. Obviously, semifinals, there was a lot on the line there, and now this is the national championship game with a lot on the line. So, yeah, overall that makes it pretty tough. So, let's go into the factors. Here we go. Now, I did a scenario, and I'll get to those numbers in a second, so just ignore those for now. Clemson wins if Watson gets in a rhythm. Just containment on him. If he gets the confident and gets rolling, it'll be really tough to stop him. So there's that. The D steps way up. Obviously, Alabama's offense is pretty good, especially with Henry just ground and pound. Especially they're very physical. But the D steps up, creates turnovers, especially in the secondary. Intercept a few passes, cause a fumble. Would really help the offense and just them overall. Now, Clemson wins if they use the whole field. Spread the ball around. You got the weapons. Spread the ball around. Don't make one person a target. Don't become one-dimensional. Just, again, Watson on the run, Gallup on the run. Spread it to 5-6 receivers throughout the game or more. And that'll be really hard to stop. Now, you stop Henry, and Alabama very quickly becomes one-dimensional. They very quickly become one-dimensional. That forces Coker to pass more. He's not a dual-threat QB. Not saying he can't pick up a first down if needed with his legs, but he basically, because the offense in general becomes very one-dimensional, and that'll help them a lot. Now, constant pressure on Coker. You get enough pressure on him, he's going to start making mistakes. It's going to help you a lot. And that's also going to probably make Alabama a lot more one-dimensional, so they're going to have to start rushing more. That's not exactly bad for Alabama. They are very physical, so they can win this game on their rushing attack probably alone, along with the help of defense. So there's that. No turnovers, okay? Clemson cannot turn over the ball. Turnovers kill. That's a primary example of how Alabama lost to Ole Miss. All right? Alabama fans, cry if you want, but honestly, turnovers killed you in that game. Turnovers can kill anybody in a game. It's proven day in and day out. So no turnovers. Control the line of scrimmage. Alabama is very, very physical. They got a very tough O-line. And a very tough defensive line, too. Just the trenches are Alabama's big key. So if Clemson can control the line of scrimmage, Alabama just might be overall screwed. And Clemson, get pissed off. You have been people are just telling, no, you don't belong here, blah, blah, blah. You're 14-0 in the national championship. Get pissed off, okay? Get freaking pissed off. They're telling you you're not good enough. Alabama is right now the favorite by like 61, 67%, whatever the hell. All right, get pissed off. Okay, now Alabama wins if they stay physical. They stay true to their nature. That pretty much sums it up right there. All right, Alabama fans, you don't really need any more in-depth for anything. Clemson fans, you should just freaking know. All right, no turnovers. No turnovers, okay? Can't emphasize that enough. Turnovers kill. Both sides of the ball, okay? Turnovers is what got you an Ole Miss. Alabama suck it up. You lost that game because of turnovers, pretty much, and the secondary. But, all right. But yeah, okay. Number 3, shut down Watson. Okay, do not let Watson run. Do not let him pass. The more you limit him, the better chance you have. Okay, quite simple. Don't let him do anything. Now. Same reason why you lost Ole Miss. Do not let the secondary get burned. All right, 341 yards. Holy crap. All right, do not get burned in the secondary. Secondary shuts them down. That's going to limit Watson and overall limit Clemson's offense. Number 5, keep a mental edge. Alabama has been here before. Nick Saban has been here before. The national championship is their comfort zone, all right, which is something that hasn't really happened since Nebraska in the 90s when they won 3 out of 5. So this is a comfort zone for Alabama. So keep that mental edge, keep composed, don't get flustered if you're losing, which I don't really see you doing, but just in case you do, there you go. Now, ground and pound. That goes true with the stay physical part. Ground and pound. Don't just become one-dimensional. All right, I don't know why you would. Nick Saban's a good coach, but just give Henry the ball, let him smash through the line, and just destroy the will of Clemson's defense. And you're good. Now, destroy Clemson's O-line. As long as Alabama's defensive line can destroy Clemson's O-line, which is part of why Clemson needs to control the line of scrimmage, if destroy Clemson's O-line and disrupt Watson, keep him contained, whatnot, it's going to be really hard. Clemson's going to have to start relying on their defense to get shit done. Now, number 8, line. The O-line doesn't allow pressure. Coker under pressure doesn't do the best. He's not bad, but he's not the best. As long as the O-line does not allow pressure, have Coker keep his composure in the pocket, he's a huge threat. So that'll help him immensely. Now, numbers at the bottom. I put 7 score predictions down. 4 of them go to Clemson. Here's why. I only have Clemson winning by a lot in one scenario. That's if they implement all 1 through 8 and Alabama gets pretty well handled overall. So 45-28 in that victory for Clemson. Now, 41-38, high-scoring affair. Both defenses, for some reason, get non-existent, for example. And Watson's let loose on Alabama's D. I see it a high-scoring affair, 41-38. Now, again, 33-28. It's not bad for either team, but it's still not great. A close game. I think Clemson can win the closer games. So that's why it's 33-28. Now, 27-24. Both defenses step up. Offenses aren't great. Again, I think Clemson can pull through because of that mental underdog issue. They won it. It's burning. Not to say it's not burning for Alabama, but 27-24. Now, here's where it gets a little distant. 31-21. Alabama's offense stays pretty good. Their defense stays pretty solid. no limit to the turnovers. 10-point victory, 31-21. Now, 37-24. Alabama's D gets up just a tiny bit more, but their offense clicks a little bit better. And obviously there's a big 40-17 in favor of Alabama. If Alabama just stays physical, shuts Clemson down completely, they're going to blow them the hell out of the water. All right, that's fair. That's fair to say. I'm just giving Clemson a few more X factors because I usually root for the underdog. I give the underdog the benefit of the doubt. But overall, the score is averaged out to be, and I rounded up to a 30-33 win for Alabama overall. So basically, if everything stays pretty solid, it's a close game. Alabama's going to probably overall win this by, again, this average score here, 33-30. Not to say it can happen in any other fashion. So there's those predictions, and here's mine. I'm going to go pick, this is my personal prediction. Personal prediction. Fuck you, basically, if you want to disagree, okay? Come with your own prediction. Make your own video. I'll watch. I don't care. All right? This is my personal prediction because I like rooting for the damn underdog. If Alabama was the underdog, I would probably be rooting for them, okay? Screw the SEC, screw the ACC, all right? Don't care. I'm going to root for the underdog. I'm going to give the underdog, that is Clemson, the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give them the edge. I'm going to make it 31-27 Clemson. I could be completely fucking wrong. I don't care. All right, I just want to enjoy a good game. If your butt hurts, shut up. I don't care. Okay, I'm picking Clemson. That's my personal prediction. What? That's my personal prediction. Okay, shut up. Enjoy the game. Tuesday, one of these teams